Success is often portrayed as the ultimate goal. People talk about it like it's a destination, a moment when everything finally clicks. What they don't tell you is how fleeting success can feel. You reach the peak only to realize that the view isn't as satisfying as you imagined. The pressure begins to mount. It's not just about getting there, it's about staying there. And this is the hidden truth behind success that no one talks about. The fear of losing it. The spotlight starts to fade, and you find yourself wondering if you can hold on. Once you've tasted success, it becomes a constant battle. You might think that once you've made it, life will be smooth sailing, but success brings its own set of challenges, often invisible to others. The constant comparison, the expectations that rise higher every day. It's a pressure that can slowly consume you. People won't tell you that. They won't tell you about the nights you lie awake wondering if you'll ever be able to reach that level of success again. It's a secret most keep hidden, afraid to admit that even success can feel like a burden. The world sees the achievements, the awards, the accolades, but few see the sacrifices. What people won't tell you is that every successful person has faced the heavy cost of their rise. Relationships strain under the weight of ambition. Time slips away. You become so focused on your goals that you lose sight of the very things that brought you happiness in the first place. Success demands sacrifices, but the true cost of those sacrifices only becomes clear when you start to feel the emptiness in the things you thought you'd conquered. Then there's the isolation. As you rise, you may find fewer people who truly understand you. Friends, colleagues, and even family start to treat you differently. You become a symbol, an icon, and with that comes a subtle alienation. People begin to expect more from you, but they no longer see you as the person you once were. The isolation creeps in, and you start to wonder if those who surrounded you before truly cared, or if they only saw your success. This is a truth that often goes unspoken. Every successful person faces the harsh reality that the journey never really ends. The truth is, staying successful requires constant reinvention. What worked yesterday may not work today. You must adapt or risk falling behind. People won't tell you how exhausting this can be, how draining it is to constantly push yourself beyond your limits, to stay relevant, to stay on top. There are no breaks, no time to rest. The climb never stops. And as you climb, you start to question, is it all worth it? Then there's the fear of failure. Once you've succeeded, the thought of failure becomes paralyzing. People won't tell you that when you've achieved success, every mistake feels like a disaster. The pressure to be perfect becomes overwhelming. The higher you rise, the harder it is to take risks, because each misstep could cost you everything. This fear of failure can trap you in a cycle of self-doubt, making you second-guess every decision. It's a constant battle between courage and fear that never truly goes away. In the midst of all this, there's the relentless need to prove yourself. At first, success feels like an affirmation of your capabilities, but soon it turns into an obligation. People expect you to stay on top, to never slip up. You feel like you're walking on a tightrope, always balancing between confidence and doubt. The pressure to maintain your position becomes suffocating. What people won't tell you is that you will always feel like you're racing against the clock, trying to prove to the world and yourself that you belong. And then comes the realization. Success doesn't give you answers. As you reach the heights you once dreamed of, you start to understand that success isn't the key to happiness. The trophy, the accolades, the fame, they're all temporary. What you really crave is peace, balance, and fulfillment. But success has a way of making you forget about those things, pulling you deeper into the cycle of achievement. People won't tell you that chasing success often leaves you empty, always striving for the next thing but never truly satisfied. The truth about staying successful is that it's a never-ending journey. No one can truly tell you how to handle it, because everyone experiences it differently. Some thrive under the pressure, others crack, but the key lies in how you manage the internal struggle. You must learn to define success on your own terms, to resist the external pressures that try to shape you. Success will never be as fulfilling as you think unless you learn to find peace with yourself. The real challenge isn't reaching the top. top. It's staying true to who you are when you get there. In the end, the most important lesson that no one will tell you about staying successful is this: success is personal. It's not about the accolades or the recognition. It's about how you live with yourself and your choices. If you're constantly looking outward, measuring yourself against others, you'll never feel at peace. True success lies in finding balance, in knowing when to step back, and in embracing your journey without the fear of losing it all. The secret to staying successful? It's learning that success is not the destination. It's the way you navigate the path.